Hi everybody. Hi everybody. How's everyone doing? I'm going to take this off so you can see me. This is my Champions Club Howard Hanna mask. I got Champions Club for the first quarter. And so we get a mask because we didn't do our normal reception. So we got a mask and we got, hold on, I just got it today, so it just came in. I got, I don't know if you can see it, it's AirPods, Champions Club AirPods from Howard Hanna. So thanks, Howard Hanna. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone is doing well. It's been a little bit of a crazy day for me. Among other things, I came home and I was on the phone. I listed a property this morning, and so things have been crazy, and I've been getting all these calls. I actually just a minute ago received 2 offers on the property, and I'm sure there will be more. But I was setting up showings, and when I did, I was in the driveway still talking, and I pulled up my computer to do something at the same time, and so I was looking this way, and then I looked back over, and there was, I'm going to say it's 8 feet. There's an 8-foot snake on the wall of my house right next to me. So I screamed. And if you know me, like, I don't like anything other than like puppies. So that was, yeah, it just wasn't, no, yeah. But anyway, happy Thursday. I hope everyone is doing well. It is Getting Tipsy with Erin on Thursday. And I'm really excited. We're going to talk about what to expect when home inspecting. You know, talking about home inspections. It's not shiny. It's not pretty. It's not a fun topic. It's probably, it's super important. It's probably not everyone's best part of the process. It's probably the most stressful part. And it's really the number one cause of the reason deals fall apart. So my mission is always to educate my buyers and sellers on how the process works. So we can approach it with ease and navigate what needs to be done without stress. So sit back, relax, and let's chat about it. So what to expect when home inspecting. Couple questions and answers. First, I will say this. A lot of, right now, again, I just told you I listed a home this morning. I already have 2 offers. I just got a text that there's a 3rd offer in my mailbox. And I have more showings this afternoon, so we'll see what happens. People are starting to waive home inspections. I will never ever be okay with that. That is just a really bad idea. Even a new home, like, you want to know what's going on with your house. It's very important. But it doesn't have to be stressful, right? Like, let's just work through it. So, 1, will the home inspector inspect every feature of the home? Home inspectors follow ASHI. It's a state, federal regulated laws, and there's certain features they're required to inspect. They may inspect additional features based on what their company regulations are. Some are like national franchises, some are, locally owned. Also, if you see something as the buyer or as the realtor that I see something that you want to be further evaluated, you can call it to their attention. Or if there's something specific, you may need to bring in a specific licensed professional to look at that. I always say, and I say this to home inspectors so they know that this isn't offensive, but a home inspector is a jack of all trades and a master of none. So a home inspector always says in their home inspection that like a chimney and fireplace should be looked at by a professionally licensed fireplace, chimney contractor, and an HVAC system should be looked at and evaluated by a licensed HVAC contractor. They do all that. Because they aren't licensed in that. And so they can tell you that the system's working. They can tell you that the differential is right on the air conditioning and the heating, but they can't necessarily tell you that it's 100% okay. So a lot of times they do that just as a sort of covering all the bases. It doesn't mean there's something wrong with it. It's a pre-printed line probably in their report. But if there's something that you want looked at specifically, you need to tell them. There's certain things they can't look at. They are not going to open a wall in a home. They're not breaking down walls. They are not going to move things because they can't take the liability of breaking something. If, for example, you can't really see, I can probably move it. See my television over here? I have a large television right here. If my electric panel was behind that, they probably wouldn't move that television if I wasn't here to move it as the homeowner, because they don't want to have the liability of breaking that television. I've had before where someone's got like a bookshelf in front of it that's a really heavy bookshelf. They're not going to move it out of liability. So they're not always going to do that. Now, as the buyer, if there's something they can't inspect, but you really want it inspected, you can always ask to have someone come back and inspect it, because that person couldn't inspect it. Think of it as like a report card, right? And you're going to learn a ton about the house and things to improve. Should I attend my home inspection? Absolutely. This is your opportunity to learn about the home you're purchasing, how to maintain certain components based on the inspection, and to ask the inspector any questions or concerns you have. It'll also help the report to feel a lot less overwhelming. So, like, I learned so much every time in a home inspection. I feel like you learn something new every time. And I've been through probably 200 home inspections at this point. But you're going to learn where your like water shutoff is, when to shut off your water, shutting off your outside water. You're going to learn about GFIs. You're going to learn about the arc faults. You're going to learn about, you're going to learn about a lot. And it's important to know that in your house because you're not renting anymore. Like, you own the home, and you need to make sure that you know about that. So it's really good to attend your home inspection. If you can't, you will get a report, and it'll have all the pictures in it. As a realtor, I always attend both my seller's home inspections and my buyer's home inspections because I feel like that's important. On the buyer's perspective, because I want to know what's going on. As a seller's perspective, if they're going to be asked to repair something, I want to know what that was. And I want to know what's going on. As a seller, you should not be there for the home inspection. It opens you up to a lot of liability if they ask you questions. B, it's very intrusive. And you've lived in that home for a long time. The home inspector's job is to find things wrong with your house, right? So that's their job. They're gonna find things wrong with your house. And at the end of the day, you're gonna go, wait, like, I've lived in this house for 4 years, 5 years, 20 years. If this house is so bad, how come I can still live in it? So I always tell my sellers not to be there because it's no fun for a seller. 3, what does the home inspection report include? So the home inspection report is going to include a comprehensive report. It's going to detail specific areas, all of the components, systems, and items the inspector is required to evaluate. He's going to say it's good, it's bad, it needs further evaluation, it needs repair or replacement. So, he's going to go through, and he goes through plumbing, electrical, HVAC, roofing, interior, exterior. I'm not going in the right order because I'm not a home inspector. And please, if any of my home inspectors are watching this, sorry. Crawl space, foundation, appliances. Like, they'll just go through the whole list. They have a whole system. They'll report on the condition of any building component improvements or items that are not repaired. Some will pull the permits from the city and make sure that those are all been fine and inspected. Inspectors also going to note any conditions that may significantly reduce the functionality or structural integrity of components. So like HVAC systems outside, your condenser outside needs to be typically on a concrete slab. And if that slab is crooked, sometimes they'll note that because that doesn't do well for it. Or things that may pose a significant health or safety risk. So how do I go about handling negotiations about repairs? It's important to remember no home is perfect. Typically in resale, or specifically in resale, you are not buying a new home. The seller is not going to make this home as if it was new construction for you. You are not going to ask for everything. You also cannot ask the seller to make improvements to their home. I typically tell my buyer to ask the seller to do things that are safety issues or major component issues. There are things that come up on every home inspection that are not a big deal. If you ask any realtor, they're going to tell you that 19 out of 20 houses don't have the anti-tip bracket installed. It's going to be okay. Don't let your child hang on the front of the stove. And don't you hang on the front of... Sorry, my phone is ringing off the hook. There's gonna be one outlet that's upside down. There's gonna be, I don't know. There's things and if you ask any realtor, they will tell you that there's things that's not every home inspection. It's gonna be okay. The house is not gonna catch on fire. It's not gonna fall down around you. But there are some major things that you're gonna want to ask for. So work with your realtor to go through that and find out what's important, what's not important. You don't want to ask for improvements. You don't want to give the seller this huge list and just overwhelm them and then be like, bah, because they'll put it back on the market. Focus on the major concerns. It's not a black and white process. The purpose of the home inspection is to learn as much as possible. Who's responsible for paying the home inspection? The buyer is. You want that home inspector working for you as the buyer, so you are responsible for paying for it. It's not as scary as it might sound. You just need to go into it with the right mindset, and that will, that'll put you in the right place, so that you know kind of what's going on. But again, it's not there to just nickel and dime the seller because you feel like you're paying a high price for their home. You agreed to a contract, and the home, it's a good home. You're buying it for a reason. Enjoy the home. Don't let a home inspection ruin it for you. And if you have questions, feel free to ask me. Call me. I can tell you things about home inspections. I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. So everyone have a great Thursday. I will see you soon. Have a lovely weekend. Happy 4th of July. It is July. It's my favorite month because it's my birthday month. It's Wayne's birthday month. And it's Independence Day. So we'll talk to you soon. Have a good one. Bye, guys.